Welcome back, I'm DRN, and this will be our first tournament in Mechabellum in quite some time. We're in a rookie group, I did not expect that, but we can only beat the opponents that are given to us, so let's get on with it. I think quick supply here is good, just for the tempo advantage. The heavy ammo is quite tempting as well. Stormclaws were recently nerfed. Opponent is supply specialist, makes sense, and has phoenixes and crawlers. Okay. We have a choice. Do we go deeper into Mustang and use them to overwhelm the crawlers and the phoenixes? They're not a bad choice, and it's the advantage of quick supply. Or we could go with arc lights as anti-chaff so that we can move the Mustangs that we've already got onto the target sooner. Killing chaff quickly and efficiently is never a bad thing. Spacing things out so we've got room for either tanks, stormcrawlers, or maybe even scorpions going forwards. It's a standard setup. If the opponent positions aggressively, our arc lights will be a little bit exposed to phoenixes, but then I'll just slam down some fangs right in front of them as extra cover. Okay, our opponent's playing standard as well, though his phoenix is really far back. They're going to take forever to make an impact. And his crawlers are in what I think of as the final chaff line, the late arrivers, that are good for punishing things like marksmen or stormcrawlers after everything else has died. But I'm not sure you'd want all your chaff to start there. Whoa, turn 1 missile as well. He is aggressive. It can be good for denying experience, but I don't think it's worth investing 50 this early on. You want everything you spend here to be paying off the whole game, whereas a missile is only here for 1 round. It has meant he's won this left side very heavily and denied experience to our Mustangs, but I'm not sure it's worth spending 50 for that. Okay, no big deal. A tiny bit of chip damage, but that's not a problem. We'll be fine. Ooh, it's got to be Deployment Specialist. I like the free missile, and it's normally good for sniping off phoenixes, but Deployment Specialist this early on, just so much potential power on the board for the whole game. Let's protect our arc lights with some fangs, just so we don't get missiled every single turn. And these arc lights are absolutely key for getting our Mustangs onto the phoenixes, rather than being stuck on the chaff. Oh wow, armor on the arc lights this early on, that is a hard counter to almost everything I've got on the board. Mustangs won't be able to shoot through it, fangs won't be able to shoot through it, even arc light damage will be reduced. So that's pretty good. The only problem is it doesn't help them do their key job, which is to clear the chaff themselves. So later on they're going to be a little bit exposed, and we can punish that with either marksmen, phoenixes, or scorpions. We'll see. So this round is a guaranteed loss, but I don't mind, because again, this is just early rounds, it's chip damage to our health. This doesn't affect who wins the game that much. The most important thing is winning the later rounds when the HP swings are huge. I think tech this early is a little bit of a misplay. I'm never going to break those shields either, so he's super invested in winning this second round. And yes, those shields will last until next round as well, but them already being visible lets me plan around them and stops me from using util that, normally they would deny. It's like in a Magic the card game, health is a resource, it's okay to spend it to build a stronger board. Whereas this power is short term, and it won't help him in the late game. There we go, our patience is rewarded with multiple options for breaking through these shields. I like Scorpion here because we've got 600 left over as well, so we can buy 2 more. And they will absolutely demolish the arc lights and the shields here. It's not great that he's already got the counter visible phoenixes, but we have the counter to his counter on the board already with the Mustangs, so I'm fairly comfortable right now. We'll see. Plus, the Scorpions will counter tanks and rhinos if he picks those. My only worry right now is if he's gone Overlord and he's going for super aggro with it and it gets out of control. But even that we could solve with Melting Point or Marksman if we needed. Okay, he's gone with tanks. We can absolutely demolish that. I think that's a slight misplay because he's already got the arc lights with armor filling that role. They're kind of tanky themselves and they shoot chaff. It's just too much overlap. I think the Overload would be far better for him here. Okay, let's start chewing through these shields and popping these arc lights. Oh yes, scorpions are so satisfying when they shoot stuff. Okay, we don't have quite enough chaff or quite enough anti-air, but we'll fix that. Now those shields are dealt with, we'll be better at clearing his stuff next turn. Go on, scorpions, destroy that tower, get a bit more experience. Oh. Nice. Okay, we're good. Couldn't really ask for any more from this round, that is absolutely fine. Well, we didn't ask for it, but we got even more experience blowing up these tanks. Nice. I am grinning ear to ear right now, I'm sorry. We've made out like bandits. Ooh, tricky. We need better chaff clear and better anti-air, so improving our Mustang's damage output sounds perfect to me. Put it on these ones over here because they're protected by the higher level scorpions, so they'll get more time to do their work. Right, we've got 250 left over, let's get some more chaff ourselves, and have it as late arriving to mop up phoenixes if it's last man standing. Sometimes the slow movement speed of fangs is actually an advantage. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Sorry, I'm playing a little bit quick here, I can slow down and talk more, but I like seeing what my opponent's doing and seeing how he's thinking. Gives me more time to prepare my own moves. He's invested in his shield and pushed his phoenixes up to level 2, which we're kind of already well suited for, because we've already got the scorpions to pop the shield, we've got those late arriving fangs. Wow, he pushed plus 200 to get an extra shield. That's different, he's still on 4,000 health. Means next round he's going to be down 300. Okay, well, not going to complain. Let's see, what does he spend his final 100 on? Even more health, wow, okay. It won't stack very well with the Arclight's armor upgrade because it already gives bonus health. And bonuses are additive rather than multiplicative. Oof, scorpions showing they are the apex predators on the ground at the moment. Fear the blue orb of death. Your shields mean nothing to them, but the rockets could get annoying. I'll need to deal with these stormcallers. Thinking our scorpions are a little bit out of control here, so maybe just go heavier on their range, so they can contest the stormcallers and maybe get some more crawlers as well to distract them. Okay, not bad. So we need more anti-air still, and an answer to these stormcallers. We can do this. I'm thinking speed off the bat here, just to help dodge the stormcaller rockets, but I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Nah, it's gotta be speed. Nothing else makes sense. Let's upgrade everything, double the stats for half the price. That's a fair deal if ever I saw one. Range on the scorpions so they can threaten the stormcallers from further away. Do I want range on these Mustangs? I've only got 2 units of them, so it might not be worth. Yeah, let's upgrade the Arclight and get some more chaff. Let's have those late arriving crawls we talked about earlier. They might just die to fire, but then we just go subterranean to try and avoid it. To have these back ones 2 off the wall so I can put some Mustangs behind them or some wasps behind them if we need. Okay, let's see what he's... Ooh, a front missile and lots more stormcallers. Okay, I'm glad we've got our late arriving crawlers. I'm glad we've got range on our scorpions. I think we're pretty well set here. I don't see how he wins this, but let's find out. Oh yeah, we're just punching straight through. The scorpions are so strong. And now we're getting our chaff onto his stormcallers. We are winning this comfortably. Just the last few phoenixes holding out on us. Okay. That's half his health. Let's shield our biggest scorpion. Make it really hard to kill. Upgrade our Mustangs, make them better at killing phoenixes. And yeah, it's time for range. They've earned it. So imagine we're in our opponent's position. He's just seen scorpions absolutely annihilate his front line. What does he do to beat that? Either tons of chaff or he takes to the skies. So upgrading our crawlers means we can win the chaff war. Let's push, plus 200, we're in the late game now. Temp range and even more chaff. We are not losing the ground war. Which in turn will mean our Mustangs can get more damage on the skies, while other stuff is distracting the rockets. Fire Stormcallers, decent answer to all our crawlers, but it won't stop those Scorpions. And he's bought 3 extra sets of tanks, but again the Scorpions just snack on those. I think we're looking pretty right now. The only worrisome thing is the anti-air is all Mustangs, but with the extra range they should sit further back and not get caught by the fire, hopefully. But well, the best laid plans of mice and men, let's see what happens. Ooh, those Scorpions doing work. Have our Mustangs survived? Yeah, they're sitting further back, they're safe from the fire right now. Almost got him already, wow. Okay. Elite Wasps, let's close it out. We'll use them as anti-air and avoid the flames with them. Perfect, cannot ask for anything better than that. Let's get range as well and get a few extra sets. Only thing I'm worried about is a level 9 rhino from the top ropes, but then we just win by volume of units left alive at the end, right? So many Stormcallers. Do I front position or back position these Wasps? Neither. Let's go middle and try and get these towers before our Mustangs get put at risk. He's got no anti-air in the midline, let's punish that. A little bit further back, didn't leave myself space. That's fine. What's he gone for? Boats! Nice, and wasp spawning. So our wasps will have a field day. Wish I'd taken the anti-air tech, but it's just too expensive. We didn't know he was definitely going to commit to more air power. We outrange him comfortably. I think we're okay here. As long as the wasps don't get stuck on the wrong targets, we should be absolutely fine. Ooh, mobile beacon. Are we going to see a fancy play? Nah, he's just buying more time for wasps to spawn. That's fine. Has he pushed? Yes, but he hasn't taken range. Ooh, that might be a mistake. This is a deciding round. His last minute prep, and here we go. Can we clear the ground and then win the skies? Wow, even just the high level wasps are chewing through these tanks. Perfect timing on the tower explosion, just as we got onto the overlords. He is doomed, I'm afraid. Feel kinda bad. I don't know why it put me in the rookie group. I guess it seeds your position in a tournament, not based on MMR, but based on combat power. So as a returning player, it's kind of messed everything up. Sorry. Let's give him some positive feedback, because it always sucks to lose the first game. What did I like? The Arclight armor was good. I think the tank pivot is where it all went wrong for him. He might have been better served just selling those tanks and buying more Arclights, and then going deeper into Arclight tech. GG. Not sure if I should upload this one, but some people might find it useful. Let's do the analysis. Yeah, combined kills in these tanks is practically nothing. They didn't do much. So that's what, 1,000 gold he could have spent on some other tech or other units? He never really answered the Scorpions. I mean, he had the Phoenixes, but they couldn't get onto the Scorpions because I won the chaff battle so heavily. He needed range on them so they'd sit further back and not expose themselves to the Mustangs. They were positioned so far back, I mean, just look how far back his front line is as well. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, it just means he's playing defensive the whole round. His towers will be the ones getting destroyed. He will very rarely get a chance to shoot my towers unless he completely wins the round. And just, yeah, look at the amount of chaff. He has 3 units of crawlers, I have 12, 11, something like that. Even more if you count the wasps. I didn't really use my arc lights. They kind of got superseded by the scorpions. I could maybe have sold them, or maybe I should just gone range on them as well, so that they would fly swat the small stuff so the scorpions don't get distracted. But I never really needed to because the opponent just didn't have enough chaff on the board. I like the opponent's armor on the arc lights, like I said, but it just means that getting range on them himself or getting anti-air on them is so much more expensive, it's kind of hard to justify. Firestorm Claws was a good idea, it dealt with a lot of my crawlers and made my chaff less valuable, so the difference wasn't as noticeable during the rounds. I just see a huge absence of chaff. Well, let's not focus on the negatives. We can only beat the opponents the game gives us. Let's see how much MMR and combat power we've gained or lost. For our first tournament game in, 6 months? 1 MMR, oh. Right, I've got to win my next games, because if I lose, I'm going to lose an absolute bucket load. No pressure. Thank you for watching, I hope you had some fun, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next game.